Hey everyone, Rushlock here, and if you're enjoying the video series for reading the blog post from Rixx Javix, make sure to hit the like button and leave a ridiculous comment. The more ridiculous, the better. All those comments help add to the visibility of the videos. So this one is titled, oops, sorry, mouse cursor was on the wrong screen. This one is titled, Enhanced Corporations. It's nice for everyone who doesn't live in the low-sec space is getting structure skins, but for I'm guessing those of us, that do happen to live under the thumb of the mafioso extortion empire, it's nice to finally have something Viridian related to get excited about. Something I would like here is if this could be edited to link to another post that explains more about that subject. Like, with context clues, I get the general idea, but I couldn't tell you if someone asked in stream chat, who is running that operation in LowSec. And while most of the announced changes don't impact me directly, I can see a lot of corporation leaders getting excited about the wealth of changes coming, and anything that helps improve the game makes me happy. I'm certainly not limited to excitement that only directly impacts my own playstyle. I'll be curious to learn more about the details and how exactly the new quote-unquote bounty system can work for us, as this is the one thing that really stood out to me in the package. We don't do a lot of fetch missions or loyalty points or mining adventures in Stay Frosty, but being able to effectively run bounty programs might be something that would work for us. Or, at the very least, give combat a bit more spice and reward. But again, I'll have to wait and see. What are you excited about? So, I've been doing a lot with the Nubro Corp, and I should say the community's been doing a lot with the Nubro Corp. I post, alright guys, here's the Nubro ship we're sending out for brand new explorers, brand new miners, brand new abyssal runners, whatever. And we'll expand options out as we go forward. But it's really neat for me to be able to just post, hey, here's what we need, and nerds having an in-game, relatively simple to use system to interact with that. A decade ago, when I did a player corp, nobody did anything unless I was logged in. Now I can be logged out and AFK. Nerds can still log in and see, all right, Rush needs this for for the new bros kind of a thing. So that's been a huge help and improvement. To expound on the corporation project system overall, it seems to me, and I've been getting feedback from Twitch chat since Viridian's launch, that overall people really like the framework or the concept of what's been released, and as users typically do, they always want to know what's next. Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? And I tell people that generally speaking, when things like this launch, you get the I don't want to say bare bones, but you're getting the first look at it. You're getting the first version of it. They being CCP felt safe releasing, and they too would like to polish it, expand it, add more options. There are certainly more things we would love to see tracked that you can already track through the activity tracker or the airport career program. So we know the tech exists, but it still takes time and more specifically dev time as a resource getting prioritized to polish things like that. My biggest concern or wonderment is, will we see more dev time put into polishing and finishing, or at least polishing features that we've seen released, or are we going to have to worry about it taking another year or two before things like this get addressed again? I don't want to see the expansion come out into the year while the current corporation project system remains mostly untouched. A little bit of that kind of goes back to Uprising, this huge, massive overhaul to faction warfare, which, as far as I can tell, has been a resounding success. Then we hit Viridian, which seemed to be a much lighter update in terms of changing the way things are done. Basically it's a UI update for corporations and implementing the project system. It doesn't mean that it was easy. It doesn't mean that it was simple to do or didn't take as much resources. It just wasn't as impactful as, say, Uprising would be. And so I'm curious if we're going to see a pattern of larger impact expansion at the end of the year, or if it was more of a, I don't want to say fluke, but more circumstance regarding Uprising coming out and being the first big update to come out in quite some time, followed by a much quieter one. And we can't really rely on anything that CCP says because they keep getting stuck behind the lens of marketing, which is, here's an expansion coming out, it's going to be the greatest thing that's ever happened, and then, we have to dig through and find the reality for ourselves. So that falls far less on developers, of course, and far more on the marketing and sales teams within any company, not just CCP. But I'm very curious to see how things like the quality of life updates for corporation management continue to improve because in my opinion, it would take something about half as large as what we've already received to really expound and address the majority of features and options that people would like to have access to. But as with anything else, we'll have to wait and see, and we'll get with you guys in the next video.